When Australians take out a home loan, about half choose a mortgage broker. One of the nation's biggest publicly listed brokers is Mortgage Choice. And tonight they're in damage control, with 1/5 or over $50 million wiped from their market value today. A joint investigation by 7:30, The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald reveals that a pressure to sell loans is destroying families and leaving some franchisees in financial ruin. Adele Ferguson and producer Chris Gillette with this exclusive report.
I'm on my way to meet a woman who shouldn't be talking to me. But she's sick of staying silent. Robin Lang and her family moved into this rental property on the outskirts of Melbourne last year. This house is where she's forced to run her Mortgage Choice business.
Good morning.
Hi, Robin.
How
Adele,
are you?
pleased to meet you.
I loved this business. I loved Mortgage Choice. We bought what was classed as an existing franchise. It was only a very small franchise. We had the opportunity to really grow the business. We had cars branded, employed staff, had a wonderful shopfront opening. Business was booming. We worked really hard. We were working 60, 70 hours a week just trying to build this business up really quickly. I think it was around about the middle to the end of 2008, we had the GFC.
Then Mortgage Choice completely changed the commission structure, and those new rules imposed aggressive monthly sales targets.
It got to the stage where I couldn't do it. I couldn't maintain the pressure. I couldn't maintain the volumes that I needed to do. And we made a decision after we'd lost and invested a lot of money into the business that we had to pull the pin and we had to close the shop. And I came back home and started working back from home as a mobile broker again.
Robin racked up debts of $300,000 as she struggled to pay for the shop front and staff.
We decided that selling the home was really the only short-term solution that we had to take the pressure off. The stress has taken its toll, yeah. Anxiety was out of control, depression was out of control. I was, on pretty strong doses of antidepressants. I was broken.
I feel like a caged animal, I'm afraid. I feel like I'm locked up, trapped in an environment where I cannot sell my business to anybody.
Aurelio Tenalia is one of Mortgage Choice's longest-serving franchisees. If he leaves, he'll lose his main asset, his loan trail book, the commissions paid on loans he's put his clients into.
I've spent 20 years building a business that I was looking forward to pass on to my children. I have one of them downstairs who actually wants to join and work with me. And it breaks my heart that I'm concerned that it's not going to be what he may think it is.
I
think the most confronting for me is the knowledge that people have lost their homes. Something that I would never have expected in a mortgage broker business or a franchise as such.
Michael Fraser runs Franchise Redress. It's a support business for disaffected Australian franchisees.
Okay.
He's helped uncover widespread underpayment of workers across Australia's $170 billion franchise industry. Now he's concerned about Mortgage Choice.
I've been going to stores and visiting franchisees, been talking to them on the phone late at night, and many of them are concerned. Some of them are even suicidal, and some have abandoned their business.
Mortgage Choice is one of Australia's largest publicly listed mortgage brokers. Profit is up. But many of its franchisees are hurting. They claim a brutal business model is squeezing them dry. Brokers have a target to write $1.5 million of home loans every month, which is almost 1/3 higher than the monthly industry average. If targets are missed, Mortgage Choice takes a greater share of the fees. These targets incentivise franchisees to spend less time on existing customers and more time writing new business. Effectively, the listed company is set up to win either way.
I have nearly 3,500 people on my database of contacts, and the trail commission that I get, look, it's not sufficient to survive on. You know, the time that we used to be able to invest in servicing existing clients has just vanished. When you have targets sitting behind you and you have a stick that's saying if you don't meet this target, you will be financially disadvantaged, then it does create very much a pressure cooker situation where you are constantly looking at the numbers to make enough money to pay the bills.
Companies that are on the stock exchange get rewarded for growth, so there is a tendency for such companies to grow as fast as they can. It puts more pressure on the franchisees to sell more mortgages, and it's an inherent conflict with the responsible lending on the part of the banks.
Is there fraud going on in the network?
Oh, there's fraud going on in the industry, and there always has been. But I would not be surprised if there wasn't an increased level, especially at the moment.
So every day there could be fraud going on?
Absolutely. Yeah. Desperate people do desperate things.
Yeah. Mortgage Choice has built a vast franchise chain of more than 450 outlets throughout the country. But the business is facing a looming crisis. Confidential internal documents show almost half the franchise network can't meet its sales targets. The company labels these people the low performers, and it praises the top earners as the big guns. Now, 173 franchisees are considering setting up a fighting fund to take legal action if things don't change. This is about as toxic as it gets. As a low performer, are you surviving financially? Is it a struggle?
It's a struggle, yeah. I've stopped paying myself super for the last 18 months, so that's going to affect my retirement.
Russell Chalou needs a break.
If you take time off work, you're sick, or family members are sick, then you take time off and it impacts on your income in the future. So that's where it's really disturbing.
The 55-year-old Melbourne man has serious health issues.
I've had sleep apnea and psoriasis, depression, and I've had some mental health issues.
Is Mortgage Choice making you sick?
For sure, yeah. It's stressful. It's very stressful having to try to pay the bills and earn enough and try to meet the minimum performance.
Mortgage Choice has helped the Higgins brothers and their families amass a fortune. Rodney and Peter Higgins set up Mortgage Choice in 1992 and remained directors and shareholders. Peter owns some of Sydney's most exclusive real estate, including the 400-acre Sydney Polo Club. Baz Luhrmann used the site to film a scene in the Hollywood blockbuster The Great Gatsby. They're proud of their wealth. Peter was a judge on the Australian version of Dragon's Den, a reality TV show where the entrepreneurs get to pitch ideas to multimillionaires. Susan Mitchell, the chief executive of Mortgage Choice, declined 7:30's interview request. Instead, she released this statement.
The well-being of our franchisees is our number one concern. We provide any business owner experiencing hardship with personalised support. We are well progressed in consulting with franchisees on a new remuneration model that will help them to succeed.
After 730 contacted Mortgage Choice, it said it aims to have a new franchisee payment model by August.
They're gouging us. They're putting shareholders before the actual entire business first.
I'd love to own a home, but I can't.
I've lost enough financially that it's put me in a position that I never saw that I would be in 13 years ago, that's for sure.
You can read Mortgage Choice's full statement on our website, and if you've had dealings with them or any other brokers you were unhappy with, please email us at the address on your screen.